Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, November 20th, 2023. My name's Kevin Smith. Thank you so much for tuning in to Loud Majority Live. I am so excited for the show today because I've been waiting for something like this to happen for quite some time. We're going to go into how Elon Musk is single-handedly saving the world, one ridiculous nonprofit at a time. One ridiculous nonprofit at a time. Look, you can only run a ruse on people for so long until you pick on the wrong person, okay? And Media Matters for America, a Clinton-funded, Soros-backed nonsense organization, it turns out they effed around and they're about to find out. We're going to dive into all of that in today's episode. I'm going to dive more into this in my 1 o'clock show. I'm super excited about this because it is time to put some of these people squarely in their place. And it's going to start with Elon Musk and Media Matters. Let's dive right into it. Before we do that, hit the thumbs up button if you're watching on Rumble. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button. We may be starting to get a little bit more traction on Facebook. I'm super excited about that. I put out something yesterday that actually turns out everybody saw, which I'm really excited about. If you guys saw that, let me know. Let's see. I actually just got an update that we're live on my phone. So, hey, maybe Facebook is messing around with their algorithms a little bit. So you may actually be able to see me speak for the first time in over a year. We're going to dive into all that. Hit the thumbs up button. Share this video out all over the place. Invite your friends to like the page. So what is, you see the title of the show, what is Media Matters for America? What is Media Matters for America? Well, Media Matters is supposedly, I'm going to tell you what they say they are right off the bat, and then we're going to get into what they actually do, just like all the other organizations out there, like the Southern Poverty Law Center and the ACLU and the ADL. We're going to get into all of that in just a second. Emily's List, we're going to get into all of it. Media Matters for America is a watchdog group. I will pull up their website now so you guys can see it. They are a nonprofit. They are a nonprofit that checks extremism. And they check the right-wing media ecosphere. That is not my interpretation. That is not me saying that CNN goes after the right wing and MSNBC goes after the right wing and Fox goes after the left wing. We all know that, okay? That's part of the game. But those are companies. Those are not nonprofits, and nonprofits are supposed to be bipartisan. If anyone's paid attention in the last number of years, let's see. Let's just pull up Media Matters for America here. Let's pull up Media Matters for America and just see what it is they're talking about today. All right, Paul Pelosi attacker was fan of Tim Pool, Glenn Beck, and other right-wing media. Right-wing media attacked Speaker Mike Johnson and the House of Representatives over government funding. New lawsuit sheds further light on the January 6th insurrection claims by Fox News. Let's keep on scrolling here. What more? Oh, there's more Fox News. Fox, quote, news. Look at that. Oh, then we got Charlie, Tucker, and Trump. We've got Brit Hume. All they do is go after members of the right. Well, it turns out Media Matters of America decided it was going to go after Elon Musk. Now, why should they not have done that? First off, Elon Musk is not a conservative. He's not a right-winger. He's not any of those things. He's a capitalist. He's the richest man on planet Earth, and he wants to be left the hell alone. He believes in free speech, and you're not allowed to do any of that. You're not allowed to do any of that if you are a member of the left. Or really anyone in general. Let's just go to the left-wing source, Wikipedia. Media Matters for America is a left-wing nonprofit and media watchdog group. It was founded in 2004 by David Brock as a counterweight to the conservative Media Research Center. It's known for its aggressive criticisms of conservative journalists, media outlets, including its war on Fox News. Now let's go down to the part that actually matters. Its funding. Media Matters for America, with the help of $2 million in donations, according to Byron York of National Review. Additional funding came from MoveOn.org and the New Democrat Network. Media Matters has a policy of not comprehensively listing its donors. In 2010, 6 years after the Democracy Alliance initially endorsed Media Matters for America, George Soros, a founding member and continuing member of the alliance, announced it would be donating $1 million to Media Matters for America. Soros has said his concerns over the, quote, recent evidence suggesting the incendiary rhetoric from Fox News hosts may incite violence. Oh, go figure. During the 2020 pandemic, the group received $1 million and $2 million backed small business loans from Bank of America as part of the Paycheck Protection Plan. That's nice. So you paid for that. Their personnel. Former Chief of Staff John Podesta of Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton's former Chief of Staff John Podesta, was once on their board, as well as presidential candidates John Edwards and Wesley Clark, Congressman Barney Frank, and the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. All have donated money. Barney Frank may be one of the most left-wing members ever of the United States House of Representatives. But what happened to them? What happened to them? Well, they went after Elon Musk. And it turns out you can't go after the richest man on planet Earth and think there's not going to be comprehensive blowback your way. This from CNBC. Elon Musk threatens a thermonuclear lawsuit against media watchdog and calls advertisers oppressors. Really? Very nice. Very nice. Elon Musk lashed out at the largest advertisers and Media Matters, a media watchdog group, on Friday after several major brands decided to pause spending on X, Twitter. Musk wrote late Friday night, the split-second court opens on Monday. X Corp, Twitter Corporation, will be filing a thermonuclear lawsuit against Media Matters and all those who colluded in this fraudulent attack on our company. He added, their board, their donors, their network of dark money, all of them. And discovery and depositions will be glorious in subsequent tweets. Very good. Media Matters for America last week showed ads from mainstream brands on X, formerly Twitter, were running alongside posts espousing pro-Nazi views. The report came after Musk personally posted a spate of tweets that called the White House an abhorrent promotion of anti-Semitism and racial hate. In response, advertisers, including Apple, Comcast, NBC, Disney, IBM, Lionsgate, Paramount Global, and Warner Brothers Discovery, then decided to hold all of their ad spending on Twitter. See, what Media Matters does is they'll take a show like this one. Normally, they do it to smaller shows. Many times, they'll do it to larger ones like Bongino and Shapiro and Charlie Kirk. They'll do it to Crowder. They've done it to for years. They'll go to larger shows, and they'll get 100 of their donors, 100 of their left-wing fascists, and they'll have them call up Apple and go, why are you, or I don't know, pick a company, Harry's Razors, okay? If everyone remembers what Jeremy Boring over at the Daily Wire did when he created Jeremy's Razors as a combat to Harry's Razors after they pulled their advertisers. Media Matters of America was supposedly behind that. Anytime anyone in the right-wing media sphere promotes something that the left wing doesn't like, they send their attack dogs in Media Matters to go after them. They pull their ad because if we don't have advertisers, if we don't have the support of people like you, we cannot do this show. We cannot pay for the studio space. We can't keep the lights on. We can't buy equipment. So they go after the advertisers to try to shut down bigger podcasts, but also to go after smaller ones, which we're going to get to in a minute, because it's critically important, this step in what the left wing does in order to stop entities like me and Sean and LFA TV and any of the other ones out there. And I hate to say this, but they've been incredibly successful at it. They've been incredibly successful at doing this. We're going to get to that in 1 minute. Back to this article. Musk hawked a paid free ad subscription version of X in a tweet after news of the suspended campaign surfaced. He wrote, Premium Plus also has no ads in your timeline. Many of the largest advertisers are the greatest oppressors of your right of free speech. He did not specify which advertisers he believes are the oppressors of free speech. He also said in an email, Media Matters created alternate Twitter accounts and deliberately followed sensitive accounts to curate posts and get advertising to appear on the account's timeline to then misinform advertisers about the placement of their ads. So what, and this is also being broken by the post-millennial. This is also being broken by the post-millennial. Missouri Attorney General's office investigates allegations that Media Matters created accounts, gamed the servers for hit pieces against X. So what they're claiming is, and this could change the game. If Elon Musk and the Missouri Attorney General can prove that this is true, what Media Matters basically did was they created fake Twitter accounts, got them to have large followings, posted Nazi stuff, we'll say. Stuff that we all find abhorrent. Stuff that we all find vile. Stuff that no one could question as objectively wrong. Then, when they saw ads from Comcast, from NBC, from Peacock, from any of these companies appear on their timeline, they would take a screenshot of the ad with the, say, pro-Nazi piece. They would then send it to NBC and go, do you know that your company is advertising on pro-Nazi information? Meanwhile, they were the ones who set up these sock puppet accounts in the first place. Now, why do they do that? Why do they do that? Normally, we're going to dive into this piece in a little bit, and then we'll get into exactly why they do these sorts of things. Before we do that, guys, hit that like button. Keep sharing this video out all over the place. I spoke too soon about Facebook. I guess they're still shadowing me. What the hell are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's why it's so important for you guys to share this video out with all of your friends. I guess we're still being hit on some of the social medias. What are you going to do? That's why it's so critical to go over to Rumble. Loud Majority US. That's rumble.com/Loud Majority US, so that you always get the update. What's going on in the Rumble chat? How are you? How's everybody doing over there? Make sure you guys are checking out the Rumble page. If you're not on Rumble, you're still on YouTube. Quite frankly, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Don't know what the hell you're doing. Hey, but before we keep going, Mike Lindell.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our biggest Christmas sale ever. You get our brand new 6-piece My Towels for only $29.98. Or rejuvenate your bed with a MyPillow mattress topper as low as $99.99. Or how about MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $24.98? There's something for everyone. Duvets, quilts, down comforters, body pillows, bolster pillows, and so much more. Well, I know MyPillow products make for the perfect Christmas gifts, so I'm going to extend my money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2024. So go to MyPillow.com now or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get huge discounts on all MyPillow products. For example, you get our 6-piece towels for only $29.98. Or get your very own MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $24.98. It's our biggest Christmas sale ever. Get all your shopping done now while quantities last.
They did it to Mike Lindell, too. Media Matters for America. They called up places like Bed Bath & Beyond, like Kohl's, like Kmart, Target. And they said, hey, do you guys know that you're supporting someone who's an election denier? Why don't you pull all the MyPillow products off the shelves? Everybody watching this remembers that's exactly how that went down. They did it to Mike Lindell. They do it to a lot of other companies. That's why it's so important for you guys, whether it's the sponsors on this show, on Jeremy's show, whatever it is, it's so important for you to support the sponsors that come out and support people like us. So head on over to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. Support the people who support shows like this one. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. So let's dive back into this Media Matters for America story. On Sunday, Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey announced that his team is investigating the left-leaning news organization Media Matters for America over alleged or allegations of criminal and civil violations. This comes after Elon Musk announced on Twitter the thermonuclear lawsuit. As we said, according to Jack Posobiec, Media Matters created 3 accounts and followed 30 accounts similar to the ones in the article. Then they consistently refreshed the timeline of those posts 30 times the number of ads served to the user as opposed to the median. 50 impressions served again as the content in the article out of 5.5 billion served the whole day. We'll dive into exactly what that means. I know it's a little bit confusing for people. I know it's a little bit confusing for people. Attorney General Bailey responded to the comment posted by the billionaire saying, "My team is looking into it." Musk responded, the president of America First Legal, Stephen Miller, who commented on Posobic's findings against Media Matters, saying fraud is both civil and a criminal violation. And there are 24 conservative state attorneys general, I should say. Want to make sure I get that right. People get mad at you when you get that wrong. Attorney General Bailey has been a champion for freedom of speech and has been on the right track of defending the First Amendment. He sued the Biden administration over free speech violations in Missouri v. Biden and recently filed a joint amicus brief along with 18 other U.S. attorneys general over the gag order on President Trump for January 6th. So the fact of the matter is, but why did they screw up? This is the point that I want to get to. What these companies, and I'm not going to call them nonprofits because they're not. Maybe they have a 501c3 or a 501c4 tax designation, but they're nothing but companies. What the ACLU and the Southern Poverty Law Center and Media Matters for America, what they will do is they will stop entities like mine, like the Loud Majority, like what you're watching right now. They will stop people like me from ever becoming Charlie Kirk or Ben Shapiro or Scott Pressler. They will stop us from becoming as big as those platforms by giving us nonsense designations. As you know, if you follow the Loud Majority for quite some time, I am listed as an anti-government extremist on their website. What does that do? That stops me from getting hired. That stops me from being able to sell merchandise. That gives airtime to the radical left-wingers who follow me around into 7-Elevens, who take pictures of me at street fairs. That gives them the motivation. Oh, well, he's on a list, so he must be bad. I cannot tell you how many jobs I have been denied since the forming of the Loud Majority because of this anti-government extremism designation that I've been given. Quick question, though. They never tell you what makes you an anti-government extremist. They just throw the label at you, and people then believe it. Of course, if I'm an anti-government extremist now, did that mean that during the Trump years I was a pro-government extremist? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure how that works. Am I an anti-government extremist because I've tried to get people elected to school boards, county legislators, county executives, assembly, senate, governor, president? Does that make me anti-government, the fact that I've been trying to get people elected to government? They never tell you. But I've lost countless jobs, and what am I going to do about it? See, that's where they screwed up. People like to joke around. Who remembers Bernie Madoff? You guys remember Bernie Madoff? The financier who ran a Ponzi scheme? People say that Bernie Madoff only made one mistake, and that is that he robbed rich people. Because if you rob poor people, they don't have money to fight back. And the Southern Poverty Law Center and the ACLU and Media Matters for America do the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing. Why? Because they know that I do not have the resources to defend myself. I don't have expendable money to go sue the Southern Poverty Law Center that has a $90 million tax-free endowment. But what the Southern Poverty Law Center will do, what Media Matters for America will do, is they'll post headlines like this one, attempting to besmirch a man running for Congress, J.R. Majewski, to January 6th insurrection group. Those guys look familiar to you at all? Do they look familiar to you? Let's read this nonsense article. Republican congressional nominee and former right-wing streamer J.R. Majewski recently appeared on a streaming program of the Long Island Loud Majority, a right-wing group who said it had hundreds of members in D.C. during the insurrection. We've never said that, because we didn't. And they go on. Majewski, who is a QAnon supporter, whatever the hell that even means. And there it is. There it is. Boom. The Southern Poverty Law Center lists the Loud Majority as an anti-government group and is part of the anti-democratic hard right-wing movement. An SPLC researcher said that the group made what we would call threats of political violence around issues of vaccine, masking, COVID restrictions, along with conducting anti-LGBTQ activity. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? That's not even a sentence. But that's what they'll do. To stop people like me from ever receiving work, to stop people who are affiliated with us, to promote the shadow banning across all the platforms. We used to get thousands and thousands of people watching this show. Now, you see for yourself. And that's why it's so important to be on platforms like Rumble and Twitter, because those are the only places that we can actually get the word out about what's going on in this country. I'm pissed off that we built our following on Facebook now that we're getting shadow banned left and right. Such is life, though. Such is life. So it's good to see that Elon Musk is going after these people and giving them exactly what they deserve. Because what's it going to be to Elon Musk to spend $100 million on a lawsuit? He spends that on a Tuesday. But what these organizations will do is they will stop people like me from ever having the reach of a Charlie Kirk, of a Ben Shapiro, of a Dan Bongino, of a pick your favorite commentator. They've written hit pieces about us. So all I got to say is, Elon, get him, bro. Get him. Let's do it. If Elon is able to take down this entity for what it is, which is nothing more than the bully pulpit of the left-wing Democrats, we can actually start getting some transparency and some real-world knowledge about the status of the world that we currently live in. Come after me all you want. I know I can't defend myself. I know I don't have the money to do it. Such is life. That just is what it is. But you guys fucked with the wrong bull. Elon, take him out, bro. Take him out. Guys, we're going to wrap up here. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's keep promoting Elon and everything that man is doing. He's saving the world one lawsuit at a time. And look, I'm not going to agree with him on everything, but on this one, the man couldn't be more right. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door. Hit the thumbs up button on the way out the door. Hit the like button. Share this video out. Remember, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, around 8 a.m., whenever I get into the studio, we'll be here live. In case you guys are still watching on Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe to LFA TV over on Rumble, the best damn political news anywhere in the world. I'll be back at 1 p.m. Guys, head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for our newsletter. Check out our shop. Use promo code LFA to get 20% off everything on the website, and I'll send you a free Let's Go Brandon flag until Friday. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I want to thank you so much. I will see you guys back at 1 p.m. Until then, everybody, stay loud.